Wait. Don't skip past this. I promise you could gain more knowledge from this if you just tune in. All right, you there? Okay. Well, I brought you here to talk about hate crimes against the LGBTQ community. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the understanding of the LGBTQ community, hate crime, and the involvement between the two. To warn you, this video will touch sensitive concepts of the subject that features abuse. What is LGBTQ? LGBTQ is the acronym for people that are associated with sexual orientation or gender identity for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and/or questioning. According to a study taken by the UCLA School of Law Williams Institute, 3.5% of adults in the United States are transgender, lesbian, gay, or bisexual, making that nearly 9 million people. That's a lot. LGBTQ members have support groups that bring to that cause, such as the LGBTQ National Help Center, Human Rights Campaign, and many more. LGBTQ community has now become a cultural influence on society because of its support that has grown throughout the world. With the national holidays to parades, the LGBTQ community has exceptional future for its community. Now we on to another subject, you guys. Now we get into the conflict topic of hate crimes. Hate crimes are crimes based on biased reasoning. By that I mean crimes that are motivated by discrimination against someone's race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, and or disability. Reported by the television network NBC, in 2018, there was nearly 7,150 hate crimes, with race bias incidents being 60% and religious incidents being 19%. Hate crimes are now bringing awareness, as it is a still major problem today in places such like the South, such as Michigan, Georgia, Detroit, Louisiana, Mississippi, and etc. If you want to learn more about hate crimes in your area, go to www.justice.gov/hate-crimes. Hate crimes against LGBTQ are one of the main subjects under hate crimes. Beginning in 1969, hate crimes against LGBTQ community is no stranger to society. Reports by the Harris-Poll Acceptance Index states that there has been a decline in LGBTQ acceptance, yet have been 114 attacks on the community since Trump has been in office. Right now, I will show you several videos of the support for this awareness. And here you go.
What they're doing out there, Christian.
Right, well, let's take the issue first, right? Members of the LGBTQ community oftentimes don't feel comfortable reporting crimes that they are victims of. And so now we have a study proving that locally and hopefully some action to follow. Marquise Kiki from Troy was 21 years old. Bree Black was 27. They're just two in a longer list of victims reportedly targeted for their sexual identity and murdered in South Florida. Now, a new FIU study is giving insight into just how severe is the issue of crimes against members of the LGBTQ community in Miami-Dade County. Nearly half of 875 people interviewed in the study said they've been victims of a crime, and 95% of them said they were targeted for their sexual orientation. The study also finding 34% of respondents said they were concerned with reporting the crime to police. Most victims of reported hate crimes in Miami-Dade tend to be young and black, and offenders tend to be older and Hispanic. In some cases, victims are so-called pushed back into the closet.
Despite the backlash, with protests around the world conveying the message of equality and acceptance, the LGBTQ community has become one of the most influential groups that brought society together. The real subject now what we're talking about is Ways to prevent hate crimes against the LGBTQ community. I believe that there are different ways we can decrease or even just prevent hate crimes against the LGBTQ community by presenting a common idea of equality and acceptance among society. Ways we can do this is by incorporating introductory courses that provide a broad societal learning for the importance of respecting and understanding different cultures, backgrounds, and lifestyles people choose to live. We can do this by incorporating them in school learning when most kids are in the 7th grade and they're learning different things about life. And I believe that this will change people's mindsets for the better. Another way is for politicians and the government to support the equality cause by enforcing punishments for hate crimes and bringing light to discrimination among our country. And I believe that we can all agree to that. Now, hey. With that being said, the LGBTQ community is a very vast, diverse community that's filled with people of different genders, races, and identities. They're growing more as a culture as they influence society to side with peace and acceptance. If you would like to learn more about the LGBTQ community or go just show awareness to this cause, go to thegaycenter.org/about/LGBTQ. All right. You guys have a nice day now.